Hey guys, how's it going? It is Marketing Johnson back again, and I'm here today with some free government money for you. Okay, we're going to be applying for the COVID-19 business grant, which can be up to $15,000 for free for ABN holders. Okay, as long as you've made between $75,000 and $50 million in a previous tax year. If you've made under $75,000, there are other options for you, okay? So we'll get into those in another video, but for now, we're going to apply for the business grant, which is from $7,500 to $15,000 for free, given to you, you don't have to pay back. So if you can show on your books that you've made, that you've lost 30% in revenue between 26th of June and 17th of July compared to previous tax years, then you'll get $7,500. If you've lost 50%, then you'll get $10,500. And if you've lost 70%, you'll get $15,000. Now, the whole reason I'm making this video is I'm trying to get this money into the hands of smaller businesses, people that actually need it, okay, instead of these big companies that have accountants on hand to go through all the paperwork and get them all the grants that they need and that they want. It's a lot harder for the smaller business that doesn't have a full-time accountant employed, so it's easy enough to do it yourself. It's a little bit confusing at first, just you're not sure if you're eligible or not. A lot of these questions and, you know, they're not black and white. You're not 100% sure if you can get it or not. This is what I think you should do. You should just apply for it, okay? Answer the questions as best you can. Apply for it. Don't worry 100% if you're not sure about a question or you're getting it wrong. Just apply for it. Get the money, and worst comes to worst, you have to pay it back because maybe you weren't eligible for it and you answered a couple of questions not 100%. That's if they go through it and find out about it, okay? Again, I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant, okay? This is just what's worked for me, and I'm trying to get money into the hands of the smaller businesses here. So I'm just showing you the process that I did to get the loan. Not the loan, sorry, the free money. What you're going to need, okay? We're going to need my Service New South Wales account. Everyone mostly already has that. Okay, prove your identity. You've probably already done that on your Service New South Wales account, but if not, you know, passport, driver's license, standard stuff here. Your ABN number, which if you're a small business, sole trader, contractor, whatever, you're going to have an ABN number, Australian business number. Your business banking details for payment. Everyone has a bank account, okay? You just need to be able to enter your details so that they can pay you the money. Australian income tax return or notice of assessment. So your tax return from a previous year just to prove that you made between $75,000 and $50 million. Qualified accountant's letter or tax agent, registered BAS agent's letter. All right, so a letter saying that you've lost 30% or more of your revenue. My accountant wrote me a letter saying I lost 69% of my revenue. I'm going to go through and show you exactly how to get that letter from your accountant, what to ask for, and all that stuff. All right, so let's get started. Alrighties, guys. So this is going to be for the COVID-19 business grant in Australia if your business has lost some money. So if you can prove or show, you know, that your business has lost over 30% of revenue throughout June, maybe July at some point, then you can get up to $15,000 for free from the government, okay? No strings attached. Now, not all the rules and stuff with this are black and white, so if you're not sure if you can apply for it or not, just apply for it, okay? What's the worst that can happen? You have to pay it back. But, you know, I'm making this video to help you guys because it's not the easiest process going through it. And I think, you know, I want the money to be in small business, the hands of small businesses, not the hands of the massive businesses that have accountants on the books that are constantly looking for the latest grant and free money that they can get from the government. All right, so how to apply for it? You want to go to this page right now, COVID-19 Help for Businesses. It's on Service New South Wales. Okay, I'm going to leave the link in the description, or here is the link right here. Okay, click that link and it will take you straight to this page. Then you're going to want to go to financial support. Now this is where you can get all the different grants. Okay, I'm going to make a few more videos on how to get the other ones, but the first one, the COVID-19 business grant, okay, you can get between $7,500 and $15,000. Okay, it's a one-time payment. You don't have to pay it back. It's boom, in your account, done. All right, so all you got to do now is if you think you're eligible, if you've lost a certain amount of income through COVID, it's got to be over 30%, then you can click right here and apply for the COVID-19 business grant. Okay, so this will basically explain it to you, introduction. You can be a business with employees, or you can be a sole trader. You just need to have made over $75,000 in a previous year, okay, to apply for this one. If you made under $75,000, you can apply for other ones, but for this particular one, the $15,000 one, you need to have made over $75,000 in a previous year. Alright, so you can have a quick read of this to see if you're eligible, and then yeah, so as long as you've made between $75,000 and $50 million, then you can apply for it, which is 90% of sole traders. Alright, so if you've lost 30% of your revenue, or you can show on your books that you've lost 30% of your revenue, then you can get $7,500. If you've lost 50%, or you can show that you've lost 50%, you're going to get $10,500. If you've lost over 70%, then you're going to get $15,000, okay? So what you need, this just goes through the stuff, but I'm going to show you exactly what you need to ask your accountant for, or what you can, what you can use to prove that you've lost money, and you just want to go apply online. So there's a lot of stuff to read here. I would apply for it even if you're not 100% sure about this. Okay, so I'm logged in now. Obviously, you'll have to have a Service New South Wales account. Everyone should have that by now if you're in Australia. But if not, yeah, you're going to have to make one, and you're going to have to log in. Verify yourself. Now, I have my documents already on my Service New South Wales account, like my passport, driver's license, so I don't need to go and enter that stuff in now. I should already have it here. So you just agree to let them use your credentials for identity. And then if you don't have your credentials already uploaded to your Service New South Wales, then you're going to have to take photos of your passport and your license and upload them. Okay, so you can go check documents. Okay, continue application. Now there's a bunch of personal details that will come up. Okay, obviously I'm not going to show you those, but you can just double check them, make sure they're all correct, and then hit next. Okay, so we're at step 2 of 5 now, okay? 3 more steps to go before you get that cha-ching, cha-ching, sweet free money from the government. That's going to devalue the dollar, and anyone who's saving away money is going to be a loser. Sad to say it, but this is the world we live in. But it's survival of the fittest, so you might as well take this money while it's here from the government, otherwise someone else will. Alright, so this is where you put your ABN in, your Australian business number. If you're a sole trader or your business, you're going to have an ABN. You put your ABN on all of your invoices, so put your ABN in there. Address of the impacted business, yeah, wherever your address is. Now you can just answer all these questions as accurately as you possibly can. Again, not all of them are black and white, or maybe you're not sure about some of them. Just flick through them and try and answer them the best you can. Again, what's the worst that can happen is maybe you didn't understand a question, you answered it wrong, and maybe you weren't eligible, but you got the money anyway, and you have to pay it back if they were to find out about it. Like, I would just try and get the money, and then if you have to pay it back, you have to pay it back, Okay, so we're going to answer these questions. I'll just go through them with you. Does your business primarily earn passive income such as rent? No, just go no to that. Is your business turnover between 75 and 50 million? There's 75,000 and 50 million, which is 99% of people. So you go yes, that means you're eligible. Is your business total wages of 10 million or less? Yes, because I don't have any employees in my kitchen business, which is what I'm applying for. So I don't, yeah, it is 10 million and less. Okay, you just want to go no. Yes. Business costs, yeah, so you basically still have ongoing costs related to your business. Does your business have employees? Mine doesn't. Is your income from your business primary source of income? Yes. Does your business receive Australian government COVID-19 disaster payment? No, go no. Now, because I've already done it and applied for this, it's not letting me redo it for you guys. So, it's fairly simple. They just ask you a bunch of questions in the last 2 steps. What they're going to ask you at the end is they're going to ask you to prove that you lost 30%. So this is what you need. You need to upload 2 files. You need to upload 1 file proving that you've made over $75,000 in 1 tax year. So for that, what you need to upload to them is your notice of assessment. Okay, this is my notice of assessment. Tax period ending June 30, 2020. Now I made between $75,000 and $50 million. So I was sweet there. I've blocked out everything, so all my personal details aren't on here. But you need to send them your notice of assessment to prove that you made between $75,000 and $50 million in the tax year ending 30th of June 2020. Alright, so that's the first thing you need to upload to prove that. Now you need to prove that you've lost 30%, 60%, 70% of your business. Now in this particular grant, they want a letter from your accountant, a verified letter from your accountant, which looks like this. Now again, I've blocked out all the personal details on here, but this is basically what you need to do. You need to send your accountant, just let them know you need a letter for the business grant, and you need to include in that email that you send to your accountant that your bank statements, anything, or BAS statements maybe, anything that you can sort of make look like that you've lost 30%. Now when I say make look like, I mean you need, we can't fudge this, okay? You need to actually show that you've lost 30%. Now it may be a little hard because they asked for 2 weeks in particular. Maybe you didn't get paid that week in 2019, and maybe you got paid a little bit this week in 2021. So it's kind of hard to swing it. You might have to take the average of the month from 2019 and then, take the average of the month and then take the average of this month if you had a smaller month and then use those to verify that you've lost 30%. Or maybe you got paid in the 2-week period that they asked for back in 2019, you got paid a big lump sum. And then in the 2-week period here in 2020, you actually didn't get paid for those 2 weeks. You didn't do any invoices those 2 weeks. So it shows you virtually had no income or very little income. Okay, so maybe you can use those 2 weeks and just use the pay that you got out of those 2 weeks. I know it's I'm probably not doing a great job of explaining it, but you just need to, get your accountant to help you here. Just give them whatever they can to prove that you've lost 30%, okay? So they're going to calculate it for you, say you've lost over 30%, maybe you lost 70%, whatever. In my case, I lost 69%, so the calculations we did between 26th of June and 10th of July in 2021 was only making $1,650 through the kitchen business. And those previous weeks, back in 2019, I made $5,296, okay? So that was a total loss of 69% of my revenue, which entitles me to the $10,500. Now, your accountant will know how to structure this letter because I'm sure they're getting asked by a ton of sole traders to do this. But this is what you need to do. You need to have the applicant's business name on here, which for me is Mark Johnson, the operating address, where your business is, the ABN, your ABN, not the accountant's ABN, okay? All these details are yours. Then how much you made in 2021, to how much you made in 2019, showing the loss that you've made. And then obviously your accountant needs to sign it and do all their verification stuff, which I've scribbled out here. That's the next letter you need to upload to your Service New South Wales, okay, when you're submitting this application. So first, it's the notice of assessment. You upload that, and then you upload your accountant verification letter saying that you've lost a certain amount of money in your business because of COVID. All right, and they do specifically ask for these 2 weeks here. Okay, so once you've uploaded those two, you'll just press next, and then you'll enter in your account number, BSB number, where you want to get paid. Okay, and you wait a couple of days, and if your application goes through and you've done everything correctly, like the accountant's letter and your notice of assessment all checks out, then they're going to pay you the money. It's as simple as that. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly take you through what I sent to my accountant to get the verification letter. Okay, or I said, hey, hope all is well, staying safe. Could I please get an accountant's letter to verify my sole trader business has had a decline of 80% this year? Now, that was originally going for the 80% so I could get the $15,000 grant, but he calculated it and it's better. Like the 80% was pushing it a bit. It looks like I've lost the amount that he put on there is a much more accurate number than the 80%. But it is hard to calculate this stuff yourself. That's why they ask for an accountant's letter. Alright, so I have attached my bank statements to prove this. I have only received a payment of $1,650 between those dates that we talked about for my business compared to the same years back in 2019 where I received $8,000 in this date period. Now he brought the $8,000 down a bit, took an average from the month because I did get paid a nice lump sum in that 2-week period, but he just, said that's pushing it a bit. Let's bring it down to 69%. Okay, so and then I attached my bank statements and just highlighted, my pay basically, where I've been paid from different companies as a sole trader doing a kitchen installation job. Okay, so as you can see, there's definitely been a decline in my pay. He's worked it out at 69%. All right, and that's the letter that he sent back. So that's what you need to do. Just make it as easy as possible for your accountant to verify your income, and even call them up straight away afterwards after you send the email and just ask if you can get it ASAP, because I don't know how long this money is going to be out there for the taking. There's going to be plenty of big businesses that have accountants on the books, on wages, that are constantly working for them, and they'll be applying for everything they possibly can to get as much money for that business as possible. And it kind of sucks because it means the smaller businesses, the ones that really do need it, are probably going to be missing out, while these big corporations and companies that have, accountants, on call at all times, that are fully employed in the company full time, they're the ones who are going to be getting the grants, not the smaller businesses. So I hope this helped if you are a small business and you need some relief from COVID because you've lost a certain amount of income. So I hope this helped you. Thanks for watching. Drop it a like, share it with your other sole trader buddies or contractor buddies, and stay safe during COVID-19 Australian lockdown.